What's crackalackin' guys, it's Cryptocosis and we're back again with another video, and today we'll be featuring Legaia 2 Duel Saga, which was out for the PlayStation 2 in the year 2001. It's by Prokion and Eidos Interactive Game Fresh's studio, which made its distribution for other regions besides Japan. And what is a Legaia 2 Duel Saga? It's a special tactical JRPG where you take up arms with the main character, Lang, who is your typical swordsman. Yep. And there will be the secondary character, Maya, coming up next, which is the mage of the group, where most of her moves and attack moves are elemental based. You know, the fire, wind, ice, water, darkness. And then there's this martial arts master, Kazan, who excels in using his fists and legs and kung fu moves. And there is this pirate, Sharon, who is really fast, and she uses a saber to hit her foes really quick, right? And finally, there's Ain, who is this enormous dude, right? Who is slow, but he hits like a truck, right? So, what makes Legaia 2, or rather the Legaia series, special in terms of gameplay and such compared to other JRPGs? Well, they use this tactical art system to employ their moves to fighting monsters or defeating monsters and such. Much like its predecessor, Legaia, Legend of Legaia on PlayStation 1, you see there is the up, down, left, right input button to input your moves and your skills. So certain combinations will unlock what is called arts in this game, right? The similarities with Legaia 1 is immediately known and seen. Like, as I mentioned earlier, you have to input button commands. Combining these button commands unlock moves called arts. Therefore, the art system makes the Legend of Legaia franchise feel more like a fighting game and not your typical RPG. It's actually quite interactive rather than just pressing the same button once or twice, for every fight you meet. So you actually can input like moves to unlock further moves, right? In terms of arts, to defeat your enemies with. Once you unlock an art move, the combination of button is put into a menu, so you can actually bring up a menu in the game during battle to see what your combinations are. So it's like a mixture of your typical RPG with like Street Fighter, for example. In Legaia 2 Duel Saga, you take out arms in this band of a group of outcasts who call themselves mystics. And mystics have this special ability to summon natural spirits called origins to fight for them. So like for Lang, his origin is the fire elemental, and for Maya it's the life. Kazan is the earth. Sharon is lightning. But for Ain, he doesn't have origin because he's not a mystic. He's just he's a special race in the game, which are like giants, and they are like sort of the protectors of the world, who assist Lang and his companions to stop the evil being from destroying it, from laying a calamity across the world, killing all humans. Well, that's his plan. His plan is to create a utopia and a sanctuary for all mystics. His name is Avalon, which you will see in the later scenes. He's hell-bent on destroying and killing all humans, basically resetting the world, due to the fact that I think because he was mistreated in his past, as a kid. And back in the day, I think people tend to look at mystics as like the bringer of destruction, calamity, as with even like real-time events during the previous era's witch hunts. If they suspect you as a witch, they will burn you at stake. But how mystics came to be is like they were created by this forge, the Source Forge, in world's creation, in a location in the game called Dimurg Tower. What happened was when there are 3 sacred stones in the game, and these are like the balance of the world. They got scattered, and everything became imbalanced. Thus, the mystics were born, and they appeared in a crater near a town, near the tower. So they sort of ventured their way out, and they found civilization. They tried to blend in to normal humans, but they couldn't. and they were branded outcasts and well, calamity bringers and such. So Lang's history, we do not know really what Lang's history is about, because he ended up he was unconscious, and the village of Nol found him next to the river, and they brought him as one of their own. Little did he know that a series of events occurred, awakening his origin inside him, and he realized that he is a mystic as well, and he has to save the world from Avalon, because he's what Avalon dubbed him, a star shaper, I think. Yeah, apparently Avalon needs him to bring all the stones to the Source Forge to reset the whole world again. Yeah, that's the evil plan of Avalon. Legaia 2 is a really awesome game. It's rich in story. The soundtrack is utterly amazing. Granted that the graphics, of course, is not like the best one, even during the early 2000s. It didn't really accelerate the processing speed of the PlayStation 2 that well, but it actually makes up for its compelling gameplay. It's really nice and easygoing soundtrack, even down to the battle scenes or any scene which involves chaos, you know. And just the town scenes itself, like the scene from Nol, the soundtrack from Nol, it's really nice. It's calming. You can actually just get the soundtrack and just listen to it and be really, you feel really peaceful and calm when you listen to it, right? And obviously the selling point is the tactical art system, which is very unique to the Legaia series. It's sort of like I wouldn't say an adaptation. Well, it's more like a different way of portraying it compared to one of the earlier titles on PlayStation 1, Xenogears, which also implements this kind of tactical art system, where the triangle is like a 1-point attack, the square is like a 2-point attack, and the X is a 3-point attack. I won't go into much detail because that's a totally different game altogether, which I'll be doing a video soon as well. But yeah, and the game doesn't fall short of its villains, like Avalon right here. Gold Eyes is called. That's a nickname for him. And coming up next will be his subordinates, the brother and sister twin Marianne and Elliot, which is like kind of crappy, annoying, you know. Obviously the voice acting is not really great, but you know, for me it doesn't really matter. The main thing that matters in any RPG is the story, and the story is really good. Well, that's just my opinion. Yeah. Obviously, if you have a working PS2 and you have this game, you can actually try it out and play it. But if you do not, you can actually emulate it on your PC by getting the PCSX2 emulator and getting the ISO for Legend of Legaia 2. But well, I don't really condone Piracy X, but you got no choice, because I don't think it's actually possible to actually get to find a working PS2, much less a working CD for Legaia 2 right now, currently in this day and age. It's almost like 20 years ago this game was out. But yeah, if you actually look back and you think that, hey, this graphics is not too bad, you know, the gameplay is not too bad, the soundtrack is really nice. They don't really make games like this much any longer. Games nowadays, they prioritize on the graphics rather than the story. Yeah, which is fine actually, which is really fine. But for me, this old school gaming, the old school games are really top notch still, and I still play them even though it's like been 20 years. But yeah, that is much I can offer you for Legaia 2. If I would talk longer, the video would take like probably another 2 or 3 hours to go through every single thing that is installed for Legaia 2 Duel Saga. But I hope that you've enjoyed this 10-minute clip of Legaia 2, a short introduction. And if you're really interested to play this, you can actually send me a DM on Facebook, and I'll probably can send you the link to download PCXX2 for PC. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope you like it. This is Cryptocosis signing off. Legend of Legaia 2 Duel Saga for PlayStation 2. Peace out, guys.